Hello everybody, how are you tonight? Welcome to our Cambridge, Toefl and Ielts certification classes. My name is Rodrigo and I'm officially a Cambridge examiner for the speaking part of the test. And tonight I prepared a very challenging class for you, which includes the 12 positive descriptive adjectives at the level C2 of the Common European Framework database, which basically measures and benchmarks like the highest levels of any language in the world. So this class might be challenging, tricky, difficult, but before we start it, I'm going to ask you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please click on the link below and make sure you're part of my channel and follow all my tips for both vocabulary and grammar classes, okay? So, shall we start? The first adjective of the day is going to be bona fide. Again, bona fide. So basically, bona fide means something that's authentic, of good faith. It's real, it's not false, alright? So let's see some examples. It's not only used for people, but for things in general, like companies, businesses. So let's see. Example number 1. Make sure you are dealing with a bona fide company. So a bona fide company, it means no dodgy business, alright? Second example. So you should always inform your management before accepting payments and take all possible steps to satisfy yourself that this is a bona fide transaction. So that's an authentic transaction, alright? And the last example. Simplifying checks for bona fide travelers allows us to focus resources on high-risk travelers. Again, those 3 examples represent good faith, authentic, not false, and that's a great word to use at B2 level of English. If you want to score 110 to 120 points at Toefl, 8 to 9 at Ielts, and pass at Cambridge CAE or CPE, then you need to know what bona fide means, alright? Great. Now, facetious. Let's repeat it. Facetious. So basically that means not serious about a serious subject. In an attempt to be funny or to appear clever. So basically, it's not fit. It's inappropriate, right? But you're trying to be funny, you're trying to be clever, you know? You think people like what you're saying, you think people like your jokes, but that's a no-no. So, first example, Pizza has always been making facetious remarks. So he thinks people like his jokes, but not really. Every time I try to talk to my daughter in earnest, she's a bit facetious. So, she's a bit as a joker. You know, she doesn't take me very seriously. And the last example, along with abstemious, facetious is one of 2 words in the English language containing all 5 vowels in alphabetical order. So we've got A, E, I, O, U in alphabetical order, you know? It's a great curiosity for you to know, guys. Crosswords, great. So let's move. I'm sorry if I speak a bit too fast, because we had 12 words to see tonight, and sometimes I had to speak a little bit faster than normal. But if you do have questions or comments to make, please leave your like and leave your comments below. I promise I'll answer to them, okay? Next word, gregarious. Again, gregarious. Basically, enjoying being with other people. You're a nice person, okay? So let's see the first example. Mark not only has the capacity to overcome adversity, but also human values, gregarious spirit and solidarity with others. So basically what I'm saying is that Mark enjoys being with people, and he is a kind of sympathetic person. He cares about people, alright? Second example. Emma's a gregarious, outgoing sort of person. So she's a lovely person to hang out with. You want to be Emma's friend. That's basically what I mean. In the last example, my daughter's best personal qualities are to be sympathetic, gregarious and amiable. So she's adorable, isn't she? Alright? Great example. So that's gregarious. Now, let's move. Affable. Basically, that means very friendly and easy to talk to. So you are an accessible person, okay? First example, Peter was quite affable at the meeting, so he was accessible. He talked to everybody, alright? If you ask him a question, he would be very friendly and talk back to you. Second example, Danny was an extremely polite, affable, good-tempered person in everything. So he was an amazing person to talk to, very easy to talk to him. And the last example, uniquely affable and warm, the people of Cork are quick to smile and welcome visitors with open arms. So Cork's kind of small town in Ireland, and I love that place. I've been there like 5 times with cruise ships belonging to Royal Caribbean, and I loved it. So please visit Cork, alright? Great! So let's see the next one. Enamored. So again, enamored. Basically that means liking something a lot. So I have to say I'm not exactly enamored with this part of the country. So I'm not in love with this part of the country. I dislike this part of the country. Basically that's what I'm trying to say. Alright? Second example, I understand that the girl with whom he's enamored absorbs him completely. So again, enamored. He likes her so much that she absorbs him completely. And the last example, although we may not be enamored of the methods adopted by the anti-tobacco movement, the self-righteousness and the dogmatism, I wholeheartedly endorse the result. So, I'm using 3 different registers this time, from less formal to more formal, you understand? So register measures the degree of formality of a sentence. So sometimes I'm formal, sometimes I'm informal, and sometimes I'm literary, which is extremely formal. So it's just so you see how flexible we can use the words, okay? Great! Next one, dainty. Again, let's repeat. Dainty. That basically means small, attractive in a very delicate way, you know? Like some delicate girls. So, let's see the first example. Lucy had always had a dainty personality before she passed away. So, before she died, she was very attractive, very delicate, and people loved her, okay? Second example. Indonesian Macy's Universe are known for their graceful appearances. Moreover, their mouth and tummies are dainty, so their meals must come in the form of a petite kibble. So they cannot eat very much because they have, a flat tummy, differently from mine. So they look dainty, very delicate, very attractive. And I heard Indonesian people, they are the smallest girls on earth. I think I'm right. I have to check that in Google. Okay? And the last one. Because of your sometimes dainty appearance, however, it's important to avoid hairstyles and clothing that are too cutesy. Okay? Again, I'm using dainty as attractive, very delicate appearance. Those are the 3 examples for you. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave your comments below and I'll make sure to answer all of them. Now, titillating. Basically that means pleasantly stimulating or exciting. It's kind of erotic, but not in a bad manner. It's not porn, but it's stimulating, it's exciting, it's pleasantly, So let's see the first example. The photos, which include some mildly titillating semi-nude shots of the actress, will be on display for a week. So people can see for a week the semi-nude shots of the actress, and they're titillating, they're exciting, So, the French had their elegant frame with the flair of an overcrowded Parisian brasserie, and the Italians had their lira as titillating and seductive as Mastroianni and Ekberg and Fellini's La Dolce Vita. In this case, this example, it's much more formal. It's literary, so I've changed the register completely here, alright? And let's see the last example. They either have a tendency to hyperbolize and make life much more glamorous and titillating than it is, or the other way. So life much more stimulating, much more exciting than what it is, okay? So those were the three great examples with titillating. And again, I've changed register so you can see how formal or how informal we can use a word. Great. Next one. Rhapsodic. I love the word because I played a lot of Liszt's rhapsodes, the Hungarian rhapsodes. So basically, a rhapsody counts a story, so it's very dramatic. And in this case, this adjective expresses powerful feelings. It's very euphoric, very powerful. So let's see the first example. The slow movement is wonderfully moody and rhapsodic. That's why I truly love Ravel's first concerto. And obviously, I'm talking about the piano concerto. Everybody knows that concerto. You cry in the second movement, which is the slow movement. Okay? It's very rhapsodic. Second example. Not all lovers, after all, have the same object of desire or lose their way in rhapsodic rapture. And again, I'm using as powerful feelings, euphoric rapture. Okay? And the last example, it's a very common one. It's about jingles. Jingles are those songs we use as a commercial and very quick songs in the radio that are aimed to help you memorize about a product, So they're like 30-second songs. So the jingle used in the commercial is a humorously rhapsodic celebration of fast foods. So that's a great example of rhapsodic. So that's one of my favorite words. Okay, let's move. Punctilious. Again, let's repeat it. Punctilious. That basically means very careful, or to behave correctly, or to give attention to details. So everybody has a very meticulous colleague at work. They're like this, and they want to see all the details. That's not me. I'm a salesperson, I love dealing with people, with customers. I like talking a lot, so I can never be punctilious. That's impossible. It's not part of my personality, okay? So, first example, he was always punctilious in his manners, alright? Very meticulous. He's generally punctilious in attending our sessions, so he never misses our sessions. And he was punctilious in providing every amenity for his guests. So amenities are the extra things we can offer the guests. So the guests, they hope for extra champagne, or, some things like even swimming pool, things they didn't expect to have. So those are the amenities the guests have the rights to in hotels and cruise ships, alright? Great. Again, if you have any further questions, just leave your comments below. I will answer to them, okay? Next one, neighborly. Again, neighborly. Basically, that means being very friendly or helpful to our neighbors, alright? So, it was very neighborly of you to do her shopping for her. Basically, it was very helpful of you to do her shopping for her. Now, during COVID-19, look at the example I've just created for you guys. During this COVID-19 pandemic, being neighborly is a great initiative taken by young, solitary people. I'm one of those people. So if elderly people need my help, I can go to supermarkets and help them with their shopping, right? And last example, Emma is not too neighborly, I must say. She denied lending £10, you see? So basically I'm saying that she denied me £10. That's nothing, She's kind of mean, So anyway, she's not very friendly, not very helpful. So Emma is not neighborly, okay? But I am neighborly, right? Very. Unfeigned. Again, let's repeat it. Unfeigned. That basically means being a genuine, sincere. You're not a hypocrite, okay? That's why it's unfeigned, because feigned is a hypocrite, so you're not a hypocrite, right? So, let's see the first example. Marcus gave me a broad smile of unfeigned delight. So that was a real smile, that was genuine, that was sincere, alright? If you greet a friend with unfeigned joy, you know you are happy to see her. Amazing. And you could tell from his unfeigned astonishment that he knew nothing. So it was a sincere astonishment. It was like, oh my God, flabbergasted. He knew absolutely nothing about what was going on. Alright? Great word to use. Now, 2 syllables, dexterous. Again, let's repeat it. Dexterous. Basically, that means having the ability to perform a difficult action quickly and skillfully. Often using your hands. So basically, people who have dexterity, they have skills with their hands. You know, they do a lot of things there with their hands. So that's also known in English as adroitness. Okay, an adroit person has adroitness. Let's see the first example. East Asians are generally dexterous, in part because they grow up eating with chopsticks. So it's super difficult to eat with chopsticks. I have to learn that yet. Oh my god. Anyway, number 2. They're energetic and dexterous and thrive on taking risks. So, they perform the actions quickly and very skillfully. And the last example is about a robot. So, the robot improves this new technique by providing dexterous instruments that answer to voice commands or can be controlled by a joystick. So, you can control by a joystick. And this time, I'm not talking about humans, but we're talking about a robot improving the techniques, alright? Great! And that was the last word of the day. So, tonight, you've learned 12 new positive adjectives. And those adjectives belong to the level C2 of English language. In other words, if you use them in your speaking part of the test, or if you use them correctly in your essays, your marks will go up. They will skyrocket. I promise you that. You know, they will hit the peak. That's what I'm telling you. So please, just as a reminder, every time you're trying to learn a new word, do not learn it randomly. It's not possible to memorize that way. So usually, when you want to learn a new word, you need a context. Please, make sure the word has a meaning in your life. Try to use real examples. Something that has happened to you. Something that has happened to your mom, to your colleagues, and try to remember it. I usually associate new words with colors. Some of my friends, they associate with the smell, with, you know, some people with numbers, with something. It's called mnemonics. Mnemonics, basically the association technique. Sorry, it's so hard to say the word. Association technique, mnemonics. So I don't try to learn anything like randomly, because I'll never remember them. I might memorize them the day before the test, and the day after, I'm going to forget everything, okay? So please, if you want to learn those words, make sure you write down real examples that have meaning in your life, and you are going to succeed. So, thank you so much for having been with me all this time, for watching my class. Make sure you give your like and subscribe on my channel so that you can get all my tips for vocabulary and grammar next time. So thank you so much and have a great night, guys. Cheers! Bye-bye!